There is a saying that sounds good in all languages of the world. Work is afraid of the master. I completely agree with it, because a true master can turn any process into a real performance that we will watch literally holding our breath. Today, you will see more than 30 incredible cases when the work process not only surprises, but literally hypnotizes. Sit back comfortably. We are starting. Let us go. Who said that there is no place for girls on a construction site? This fragile beauty easily bends reinforced beams. Haters will say it is editing, but real gentlemen will express their respect to her. What can be made from graphite? Apparently, anything at all. This master creates an axe from a simple pencil, perfectly cutting off the unnecessary parts of the material. This is filigree precision turned into real art. When this master works with the blade, every slice of meat falls perfectly, as if by magic. No misses, no doubt, only a glance at the device and complete control of his actions. The sword in his hands is an extension of his body. I am sure that he would definitely be accepted as a Jedi with skills like that. Working for speed is the most difficult thing that can exist in this world. The success of the entire task depends on your professionalism, skills, and concentration. This builder has an impeccable sense of timing and truly golden hands, which in a couple of seconds fixed a huge steel beam at a height of hundreds of meters. No loader, use a loader man. And seriously, this guy has incredible strength that allows him to hold more than 100 kilograms of steel in the air. To climb with tools to a great height, to work in a team and to perform your work precisely. Is that not real art? Every day these guys risk their lives. While working, they must think not only about themselves, but also about those who are watching them from the ground. In the Soviet Union, in order to move a building, engineers used complex technical inventions. In Ireland, they decided to act differently. Why invent something if you can simply lift the house and carry it in your hands? It is true that many people are needed for this, but that is a mere trifle. You can simply pour tea, but a true master is capable of performing a whole kung fu dance, smooth, rhythmic, and with applause even before the first sip. Have you ever been to an Indian car service? No? That is a pity, because only there do they change tires in such an unusual way. Resin, screws, and a little imagination, and designer wall clocks worthy of an auction are born, unique, like all great ideas. What will happen if you mix nails, glass, and then turn what you get into molten magma? See for yourself. The expression, "to cut by eye," is taken literally in some countries. I am sure that a robot would cope with this work faster, but in such delicate work, no one has yet surpassed an ordinary human being. A saw. wood, and several hours of free time. They truly say that in the hands of a real master, a genuine masterpiece can be born. What is this master doing? Let us do without riddles. He is manually applying waterproofing to a boat. Yes, in some countries they do it in this old-fashioned but reliable way. Can you imagine? Cooking with a wow effect. This guy lowers food into boiling oil with his bare hands and does not even flinch. A street cook? No. Rather a real culinary superhero with immunity to high temperatures. Yes, what do you know about nostalgia? Look, this old wooden floor with nail heads literally brings you back to the past. Solid, a bit rough, and full of history. It was along floors like this that kings and emperors once walked. They say that a man always remains a child at heart. And that is true. Just look with what love he creates a space for his toy dump trucks. An interesting idea came to us from Brazil, to use watermelons as canvases. It sounds strange, but the result is astonishing. Patience and time multiplied by skill give birth to real masterpieces. After painting the walls, there is excess material left on the roller. No problem, because there is always a solution if you only want to find it. You have probably had to pick up dice after games. It is not easy, even if only a couple of people were playing. And what if it was a real tournament with a dozen participants? With the help of Japanese technology, this can be done in just a few seconds. Tools are for the weak, thought this guy, and decided to apply plaster to the wall with his hands. It seems that his idea is madness until you see the final result. Bricks? Not quite. This masterpiece is created using nothing but paint and a sponge. Who would have thought that such unusual methods could be used when renovating an apartment? This is how wooden surfaces are restored. Sleight of hand, professionalism, and no trickery. They say that the most technically skilled masters of martial arts live in China. Looking at these shots, one can confidently say that this is not a lie. A real professional can work even with his eyes closed or without looking, like our hero today. Just try now to say that it is hard to hammer a nail. Mounting foam is one of the most difficult materials to work with. However, this guy definitely knows how to handle it. Just look at what is happening. Mesmerizing, is it not? If you cannot sort out wires or untangle earphones, call this guy. He will do it quickly and, most importantly, professionally. And seriously, I still do not understand how he sorted out this situation. It is incredible. A tool in the hands of a master is a terrifying force. 1 hour of work, precise, well-calculated movements, and a real masterpiece is ready. I am ready to bet that you have never seen such a cake presentation anywhere. These people are not just mindlessly scattering fertilizer. They revive the soil as doctors in an intensive care unit. After such manipulations, the soil should say thank you to them. 1 master, 1 tool, 1 hour, and your roof is completely ready. No, this is not a web. The pastry that the master is creating boggles the mind. In order for it to turn out well, he must distribute a special mixture very precisely. No mistake can be allowed, otherwise the entire process will have to be started from the very beginning. This man is a professional in his field. He cleans quickly and, most importantly, thoroughly, not even noticing the hot dancing behind him. This is how those huge bouquets are created that businessmen give to their significant others. Two experienced florists take part in the work so that the result exceeds all the client's expectations. Sometimes work that looks simple requires more effort than the implementation of large projects. Over a long distance, you have several attempts, but here, the right to make a mistake is completely absent. In Pakistan, they have long-made bricks from clay. While some produce them, others cut the workpiece into pieces of the required size. The work is hard, but thanks to this guy, someone may have their own home tomorrow. Some professions require incredible concentration and mastery. Those who undertake such work really deserve recognition, because on the way to greatness, there are no short roads. It is great when a mug changes its color when hot water is poured into it. However, in China, true masters apply this technology to teapots. It looks great, especially when you pour hot water into it. Water supplied under pressure is capable of many things. It can even wash dirt from paving slabs in the most densely populated city in the world, Tokyo. This technology is very familiar to the residents of Uzbekistan. There are hundreds of types of flatbread there. Mastery is passed down from generation to generation, becoming a real family tradition. A human centipede in our world could look exactly like this. There are no questions about convenience, but from the point of view of morality and generally accepted rules, it is rather controversial. Teamwork at height, in the literal sense. One person at the bottom throws the panels up. Two catch them in the air as if they were playing construction volleyball. And this is one of the most beautiful works that I have ever seen. Here, perhaps, there is no need for commentary. You simply want to watch the process of creating this work of art. One wrong movement of the glassblower, and all the work goes down the drain. Glass is too fragile and requires absolute precision, which only a real professional can provide. This painting tool is a real technological wonder. It provides perfect coverage and at the same time does not leave spots outside the contour. Or maybe it is all about the skilled hands of the master? Who knows? To cut dried wood, you can use power tools. But why? This guy manages perfectly well using only an ordinary blade, and quite quickly at that. How do you like this unusual wall decoration option? I think it looks quite nice. The work of a gardener is always an art, even if at first glance there is nothing special about it. Collective intelligence exists, and this is not a joke. Just look at these guys. They move in complete synchrony, turning many separate tasks into one well-coordinated mechanism. Fantastic! Fishing in Scandinavian style is a separate kind of art. First, there is a long and painstaking preparation, and then you sit in an armchair, sip tea, and relax while the gear does everything for you. Those who are afraid of heights had better not watch this. Only a professional can move along a stepladder with such ease and balance. Not every ordinary person is capable of this. If you cannot throw a heavy object where you need it, it is not a problem. Just show some ingenuity and you will succeed. Soldering a pink vintage flower from lead is comparable in complexity to creating a piece of jewelry. Who would have thought that in skillful hands lead can become the basis for a real masterpiece? Do you want to know how to apply paint perfectly? The main thing is to constantly look at the object and do everything strictly according to the instructions. After a couple of unsuccessful attempts, you will succeed. Possessing a high level of professional skill, it is possible to create real magic even with the simplest tool. Just a couple of attachments, 1 hour of work, and a perfectly polished surface is ready. Creating such a long steel beam is no joke. How he holds the halves together is a mystery, but probably it is all about his steel grip and iron patience. Well-coordinated teamwork is the key to success, especially when a huge pipe weighing more than 300 kilograms needs to be lifted into the air. One wrong movement and the work of dozens of people will be in vain. Fortunately, real professionals are working who understand each other without words. You have definitely never seen anything like this. You can simply cut down a large tree, or you can do it in a smart way. So smart that the morning after the video is published, you will wake up a real internet hero, like this Irish lumberjack. The Ninja Turtles definitely exist. How else can one explain what is happening in this video? Apparently, he was taught martial arts by Michelangelo himself. Do you agree? Hitting the target with a bow is already an achievement, but doing it the way this girl does is real art. A treehouse with a spiral staircase is not just nostalgia, it is work worthy of an award. It requires precision, engineering calculation, strength, patience, and a truly creative view. Every board, every turn of the staircase is the result of hours of painstaking work and inspiration. Whether it is your secret corner or a mountain hideout, it is real magic above the ground. Handcrafted work is expensive, especially if it is done by a true master. Just look at how he decorates this cutting board. Cooking is also an art, especially when it comes to pastry. The ability to accurately calculate the trajectory of movement depends not only on experience, but also on great intelligence. When machines cannot cope, he comes. A real superhero who alone will clear the road of ice and snow. And this is a unique technology from Indonesia. Some pieces of jewelry amaze not only with their beauty, but also with their impressive size. What do you think? Who lost it? That is all. Write in the comments which worker you remembered the most. Thank you for watching, and right now, go and watch our previous episodes.